Okay, I'm just gonna do a lousy bun. No. Okay, we are going to leave it at that, at least for now. Anyway, hi guys, welcome back to my channel, and if you are new here, I truly hope that you enjoy and that you join the family. So today's video is going to be a makeup tutorial on the look that I was wearing in my previous video, which in case you haven't seen it, I will list it down below. I was trying out and reviewing the LA Girl Pro Coverage HD foundation. Today is just me recreating the look that I was wearing in that video. So right about now, I really want to give a shout out to my dear friend Claudia, who requested this tutorial. But I have to be honest about this. This look was not something that I came up with. It was actually inspired by Huda Beauty, who, as we all know, is an absolute goddess and an icon in makeup. So I was actually inspired by her. I saw a video of hers where she created her signature look, and I just absolutely fell in love with the look because it just looked so beautiful and stunning, even though it was so easy and quick to do. And I don't know, I just felt like that was exactly the kind of thing for me. I always go for the looks that are super easy and quick to do, or at least I try to go for those, but at the same time, they look like you have made a huge effort to look really good. You know what I mean? You know? So that's why I really wanted to recreate the look that Huda created, and yeah, that's pretty much what I did. I kind of just adjusted it more to my eye shape, and that's what you can see in my previous video. So today we are going to be doing that again, and I'm just going to show you step by step how I did that look. But of course I will link Huda Beauty's video down below as well, just in case you haven't seen it yet, because she's absolutely amazing and she's so talented and she's so gorgeous that, you know, just definitely go check that out. But if you are interested in seeing how I created Huda's signature look for my kind of hooded eyes, then just stay tuned. I zoomed you guys in a bit so that you could see what I'm doing a bit better. So in Huda's video, she used her own eyeshadow palette to create the look. And since I don't have her palette, I am going to use my trusty Violet Voss and Laura Lee palette, which I also used to create the look in my previous video. But don't fret if you do not have the Violet Voss and Laura Lee palette. Actually, you can also create the look with the Modern Renaissance palette, because this palette has also got pretty much exact same shades that I used and Huda used. Okay, so let's start with the eye look. So the first eyeshadow that I'm going to dip into is called Press Pot. So I'm going to start applying this in my crease and also slightly above the crease. You guys already know the drill, so we're just going to start working that on our eyes and just kind of doing windshield wiper motions or circular motions, whatever you prefer. And you really don't have to be too precise with it either, because this is such a light color and you kind of want to have it, you know, pretty much everywhere besides the lid, going back and forth and taking the shadow all the way into the inner corners of the eye. You can also kind of feather it out towards the brow. So next up, we're going to take the shade Mama Bird, which is very similar to the previous shade that we put down, but it's just slightly more dark and a bit more sort of orangey. And I'm going to mix in a bit of Bridges, which is kind of more of a taupey and more sort of browny shade. I'm just using the same brush because I'm lazy like that. I'm just going to work that in the same area where we put the shade Press Pot, slightly more focused in the crease. Just keep building up the color until you are happy with the intensity. So now I'm going to go in with the shade Ragamuffin, which is the darkest of the three very similar sort of crease shades in the upper row. Just going to start really focusing this in the crease now. We're not going to add any dark colors in the crease. We're just going to keep it very kind of in a similar color scheme, you know, which makes it super easy to do and all the colors to really blend in together effortlessly. Okay, and now we are going to go over the whole thing with the same fluffy blending brush that we used to put down the first crease shades, and I'm not taking any additional product. I'm just going over the edges with whatever is left on the brush. Yeah, I think the crease is now done. And now for the lid shade, which is the best part, I'm going to take the shade Sugar in the palette, which is this beautiful goldeny shimmery shadow. I'm just going to start patting it on the lid. And now that I've got pretty much most of my lid covered, I'm going to take a shader brush, dip my brush into the shade, and just go over it slightly. And because these are all light shades, you know, you don't really even have to be that precise and they still look good, which I absolutely love. And now I'm just going to go over the crease area to really make sure that these colors blend in together as perfectly as possible. I'm going to take some more of the Ragamuffin shade. And one last time I'm going to go over the whole thing with the first fluffy crease brush. I'm not going to take any additional product, I'm just going to sweep over everything. And now the glam part of the look, I mean besides the shimmery eyeshadow, we are going to create a wing. Huda did a really bold wing in her video, which I mean is absolutely stunning and it really suits her. But I really can't do that for my eyes, so I'm going to do a slightly smaller and a bit more subtle wing. That's just a bit more flattering for my eye shape. For the eyeliner, I'm going to use Rimmel's Glam Eyes liquid eyeliner. I have gone back to this. This was the only liner that I used to use for the longest time, and then I really wanted to try something else as well. All the other liners kind of irritate my eyes as of late. I don't know what it is, but this doesn't still, so that's why I'm going back to the roots, I guess. So a small wing turned into a rather bigger wing. So now that the liner has dried a bit, I'm going to put on some mascara and apply lashes off camera, just because it takes me a bit of time and you really can't see what I'm doing anyway. Plus you've seen me apply lashes several times by now, so it's nothing new. Just in case you're wondering, I will be using the Lash Sensational by Maybelline. I really like this stuff. And for my lashes, I will be using the House of Lashes Iconic Lashes. This is the look so far with the mascara and lashes on. I also tight lined already as well, and I use the Anastasia waterproof cream color in the shade Jet, because that stuff really lasts so well, and it doesn't budge and it doesn't transfer and it doesn't, you know, get all runny. So now all that's left to do is just finish up under the eyes and we're pretty much good to go. Starting off with the crease shades yet again, I'm going to take Mama Bird and Ragamuffin, and I am just going to mix these two shades together. This is just a random domed little brush. Taking the same fluffy crease brush that we used on our top lid, and I am going to quickly run it through the bottom lash line just to really buff everything out. Oh my god, what is with me? I just keep stabbing myself in the eye. I don't want the shade on the bottom lash line to be super dark, like black dark. I want it to kind of have a bit of brown in there as well. So I'm going to take the shade Alabama and Whiskers, and I'm going to mix those two together and start smudging it in, literally in my lower lash line. And I'm taking it halfway in. I'm not going any further than that. And yet again, I'm taking the same fluffy brush that we used in the crease, and I'm going to run over the whole thing. Okay, so we're pretty much done with the eye look. All that's left to do now is do the inner corner highlight and the brow bone highlight and our lower mascara as well. For my brow bone highlight, I'm going to be taking the shade Basic. I like to use matte shades underneath my brow. I don't really like to use shimmery shades all that much, because I just feel that matte shades complement my hooded eyes so much more. And on a random pencil brush, I'm going to take the shade Sugar. Once again, the shade that we put on the whole... Why do I always do that? Oh god. Thankfully, these shadows are so buttery that you can just press it in and it will just be as good as new. Oh, how I love a good inner corner highlight. That is seriously one of my favorite parts in doing eyeshadow. Is that weird? I just think it looks so nice. So that is all for the eyeshadows. Now I'm just going to quickly coat my lower lashes as well, and I'm using my MAC False Lashes Extreme Black Mascara, which is absolutely perfection to use under, well, on your lower lashes, just because the wand is so thin. So that's it for the eyes, and now all that's left to do is apply some lipstick. I am going to put on the Meet Matte Hues by The Balm. This is in the shade Honest. I am using this because this is also the same shade that I wore in my previous video. I just really love the shade because it's so fun and colorful, and it's a beautiful red. I just think it complements the look so well. But of course you can put on a nude lipstick. Huda used a nude in her video as well, or you know, corally lipstick, or whatever you dig. But I'm going to go in with this reddy shade. So this was it, you guys. This was my interpretation of Huda Beauty's signature look. It's so easy and quick and very simple, but at the same time it looks so glam that I absolutely love it. So thank you so much to Claudia for requesting this tutorial. If any of you guys have any more requests about, you know, tutorials or videos to do, then please feel free to leave the comments down below, because I would love to hear your suggestions. If you are one of those people who do not have the Violet Voss palette or the Huda Beauty palette, then you can absolutely use the shades Raw Sienna and Burnt Orange mixed together in the crease, Vermeer or Primavera on the lid, whichever you prefer, whether you want it to be more sort of rose goldy or just goldy. And for the darker shade in the bottom lash line, you could just use Cypress Umber. Make sure to check out Huda's video if you haven't seen it already. Seriously, she is just a million times better at this than I am, but nonetheless, I truly hope that you liked my version of the look as well. And if you did, then please don't forget to give it a thumbs up and also subscribe to my channel, because I would love to have you as a part of this little group of people. That's pretty much it for today. I will see you guys in my next video. Bye!